It is a beautiful spring day. Just left Dunkin' Donuts in Columbia, South Carolina. Drove through Atlanta last night. Been driving since like about 3 o'clock on Sunday.
I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me.
So I drove like 14 hours to go to North Carolina, and my dad was like, hey, can I come with you and kind of see what you do, blah, blah, whatever. I'm like, yeah, sure, absolutely. So he rides around with me all day, and I was showing him my microphone and stuff, and he was like, oh, can I test it out? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So he gets it, and this is what he says. It really touched me, actually.
I'm with my beloved son Timothy, Leow, and I've been observing him for years, and especially recently. I've gone out a few days with him to see how he works, and his integrity, his faithfulness, his charitableness, his friendliness, his helpful. It's just amazing. And I was just telling him, that God has anointed him and will do great things, much more greater than the Lord has already done, and touch more lives than he has already touched.
God's plan. God's plan.
So I left North Carolina at 10:30 on Monday night because I had to be back in Lafayette for Wednesday morning, and I had to be in Austin, Texas on Wednesday afternoon. So it was really interesting because I got in my car, drove from Louisiana to North Carolina on Sunday, made a proposal on Monday, I made a presentation on Monday, did some other work I had to do up there, and then got right back in the car, drove back on Tuesday from North Carolina essentially to Austin, Texas. That's some serious work. Okay, so today what I'm going to talk about is something that's really important for you if you're a young entrepreneur. I had this same exact discussion with two different people when I was in North Carolina, okay? And the discussion is simply this. When people that have a regular job, they, for the first time, they think about branching out as entrepreneurs for the first time, okay? They have one big question in their mind, right? And that big question is simply, can I do it, right? I mean, obviously. So I always have two answers to this question. Number one, yes, you can do it. There's people that are far less talented, educated than you that have become millionaires, okay? Talent doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot to me personally, because I've seen people learn talents and learn skills, and you can learn as you go, right? As long as you keep learning and keep growing in your journey, I think you're gonna be okay. So number one. And number two is that if you're doubting yourself all the time, you're probably gonna fail more often than not, just because you're putting out there this energy of doubt. So never doubt, okay? Now, here's what I wanna say, okay? When I was in North Carolina, I was working on a partnership with someone, and they were like, I feel like I have a lot of potential to be really, really great, but I am not sure if I can do it, if I can make it happen. And so here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say simply this, okay? I have 5 steps, right? Well, really, they're part of 7 steps, but 5 major steps that if you follow those 5 major steps, undoubtedly, almost 100% success ratio, you will be successful. So a lot of times when people they become entrepreneurs for the first time, they think that they have to reinvent the wheel, right? So they're I'm gonna do it my way, I'm gonna figure it out myself, I'm going to figure out a new way that you guys have never thought of before to be successful at something that you guys are crazy successful at. Don't do that. That's the number one biggest trap, is to try to reinvent the wheel and do your own thing. What you have to do is follow the steps, right? Now, if you see a way that we can make the steps better, then that's a different conversation. But when you're starting out as a young entrepreneur, look at the person that is the most successful around you and do exactly what they do. Or look at someone that's been consistently successful and do exactly what they do, learn from them, and again, follow the steps, right? If you follow the steps, you will be successful. I'm out of time, gotta go. It's like pouring rain out here, here at the shed in Mississippi. Gotta get home, got about 3 hours left on my drive. Bye-bye. What's your name?
Kelson.
How do people follow you?
On Instagram at Kelson McKenza, and also on YouTube at MasterBlazer958.
Nice. You gotta tell me how to spell that.
I got you.
Alright. How do you like working on the shed? Are you about to now?
Working at the shed, it's a different experience.
Dude, it's crazy. So what you trying to do in the next like 3 to 5 years, like career-wise?
3
like,
to 5 years?
Yeah, like how you trying to blow up? Like what do you do? You know what I mean? Like
What do I do?
Yeah, like what's your thing? You know what I mean?
My thing is powerlifting and football.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was first region, first South State.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Are you in high school or college?
I'm in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. What, so you're a junior?
I'm coming up on my senior year.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then so you're gonna go to school and play football?
Yeah, hopefully.
Nice.
Hopefully.
Where at?
Hopefully USA or UAB, because they have good medical programs. 'Cause I want to be a doctor afterwards.
Okay.
But anywhere that gives me a scholarship, I'll go.
Right. That's awesome, man. What? So there's a lot of people that like they want to get into the gym, I feel, and you know they are kind of like struggling to get that initial like first motivation, right? It's the first 12 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So what would you say to the people out there that like they want to go back to the gym or they want to get on some kind of physical fitness routine? Like what's your word of advice for them?
Have something to look at, like where you want to be. Like you have to remind yourself of your goal while you're doing it, because a lot of people, they'll go to something and then they'll forget while they're doing it. And then if you forget while you're doing it, then you're just gonna stop walking.
You're lost. Okay.
And
I got
so
you.
just remember what you're doing everything for.
Who's your role model?
Who's my role model?
And what are you doing everything for?
My brothers play football.
Your brothers?
And they never made it to the championship. They would always get so close.
Uh-huh.
And so my goal is just to, be able to make it up to them and finally make it to it.
That's awesome, man. Appreciate you sharing your time with me, man.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So I'm just leaving my office now. Just got home. It's 10 o'clock at night. So I've pretty much been driving since Sunday at about 3:30. So I've been doing like a lot of driving. Anyways, I've got about 2 more hours left in my journey home. And I'm gonna crash. Got big appointments tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to that stuff. Other than that, the only thing I have right now is that, you cannot teach heart. Like someone can graduate. Somebody can graduate from the most prestigious business school or, have degrees in all kinds of things, but you cannot teach heart. What I mean by that is, I mean like the desire and will to win whatever it takes that's on the inside of champions. And I truly believe, as a result of my parents parenting me perfectly, that I have that heart of a champion. And I think that this vlog really is just about me proving that to myself, not necessarily to anybody else. I have a lot of big dreams and goals of helping thousands of people, and hopefully hundreds of thousands of people, and it all comes from the heart. So I'm like right now, as I'm just getting back in my car, I'm like massively grateful to my parents, because it was my parents that put this amazing heart inside of me. We're gonna help thousands of people together, and I truly believe that with everything I have.